And we're back. Morning Miners again. Like I said, this is actually pretty soon after the previous episode. So, I mean, when I say pretty soon, I actually had to pause for a couple of days. This is actually I actually came back in an almost exact same position I was in. So, two things though. A few things I remembered after building this. One, I don't need water here, so I might just cover these or get rid of the water. We'll worry about that later, though. It's not that important right now. You need water to actually grow the melon stalks in the first place. You do not need water to grow the melons themselves. It's completely pointless. And it took me a while to actually remember that fact. I had to actually remind myself by asking the wiki, or not the wiki, the IRC chat. I could have looked it up on the wiki. I just got lazy and didn't. But I then remembered that the gym's track here, I'm pretty sure there's no water along that entire thing, so I know for a fact that they do grow without it. So yeah, we're probably just going to remove. I'm probably just going to take the glowstone out and just go with that lighting, and just leave it like that. Okay, so at any rate, what we're working on here. What were we working on here? Oh yeah, I was building this thing. As far as what I wanted to talk about, okay. Let's remove the block under it before I forget where I am. Okay. What I want to talk about is the updates. People have been looking at these updates for a while, and they've honestly been driving me a little bit crazy. Not so much because I don't like the updates. The updates are interesting. They do add a lot of stuff, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are wondering why I don't go out into the middle of nowhere like all the other people on the server. Pretty much everybody, MC, Etho, Good, Generic B, every last person on the server just about has taken the time to go out into the middle of freaking nowhere to just restart their life on the server. And I'm sure there's at least a couple people on here who don't know me that well, who probably started watching because of UHC or something like that. They're like, well, why don't you do that? Well, let me make this quite simple from the get-go. I don't care. They updated many, many things, but they never updated anything that I actually care about. I should probably actually cover up a lot of this, so let's go ahead and do that. Do I have any other half slabs on me? No. Do I have any ladders on me? No. Getting ladders. Got a ton of them. Because that actually got destroyed in one of the UHCs a little bit, and I'd rather not have to refigure out how to build that thing again. But one of the things that really drives me crazy about all of the updates for this game, and I mean all of them, is that, okay, now I love how they add stuff for the creative people. That's beautiful and all that stuff. And that literally, it's beautiful because that's what everybody's looking for. They want to have a pretty-looking world and all this other crap that I really don't care about because I'm not the creative type of builder. I'm a builder type of builder. I like to build stuff. Really weird contraptions of anything. And you guys know that. That's why you're here, probably, because I like to build really weird really weird stuff of anything. It's what makes what I do interesting. But that's not what I'm actually looking for in updates. See, really weird stuff, if anything, comes from having anything that I can play with. So it doesn't really matter what they add to the update. People like me will find a way of using that to their advantage. For instance, the tripwires that they added. Basically, that's stuff like tripwires is designed for people like me to go nuts with. It gives us something to mess with in the basic way that the game works. That is very interesting. And that can be used in many, many, many different ways. And that is going to flood things if I break that block. All right, I guess we gotta fill in a little bit around that, don't we? I know that if I go, let me just dig down one, probably fall to my death. Nope. I just wanted to make sure that when I break these, I don't destroy any redstone. Okay, there we go. I guess we'll just go ahead and put brick there now since that's what's going to be here. That makes sense. We got to do that again here. And I actually have to focus for this, so I'm going to stop talking for a moment. We can just do dirt. Same difference. Why do I have dirt anyway? Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, that's that. Okay. Anyway, now when I'm talking about the updates, and like I said, there's a lot of good creative updates, and they do some we do some very interesting stuff with what they give us to do with the creative parts of the updates. That's all well and dandy because honestly, it's the creative aspect that makes this game everything that it is. If it wasn't for the fact that we can build giant theaters of awesomeness, to put it plainly, if we couldn't build an actual replica of the Earth, if we couldn't build a life-size replica of the Starship Enterprise, or gigantic buildings of awesomeness on a whim. I mean, honestly, what does it take for us to do this stuff? We just felt like it. That's what Minecraft is. We just feel like it. And that's all well and good, all right? But honestly, I'm not looking for any of that stuff. What I would like to see in an update, and I am dead. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not even done with my other part yet. I'm already off topic as far as what I wanted to get into. Now, there are other types of updates, and I'm going to just keep leading into this thing. I'm just loving it so far. There's other type of updates that are addressing the adventure part of the game. And it is a major part of the game. If it wasn't for the Vex maps and the this, that, and the other thing, and all the monsters that you can have, and the actual adventure part of the game. Yeah, that stuff is also very important. It's a major part of the game. But... And some people like that are on the server heavily support that stuff, and I don't blame them. People like Good and Etho and all these other people, they have a lot of fun with it, and honestly, they make a lot of money off of the things that come off of it. If it wasn't for the Vex maps and the such and the like and the other thing, then we wouldn't have stuff like Legendary, which I would be missing that if that didn't exist. I'll just put that straight out there because I enjoyed that series just as much as the rest of you. That thing was awesome. And stuff like all the other the Waking Up series that they're doing right now, which I'm still currently enjoying. That thing is also quite good. And or not Waking Up. What are they doing? It's not a Vex map. It's Deathly Trails for OG and the Final Fantasy for Ooge. Those two series, yeah, they're incredible, and I would be missing them if they didn't exist. I fully admit that. Don't get me wrong, but the adventure maps are great. But I think they look at it in a very wrong way. See, here's my problem with a lot of stuff that people see when they see this game. They look at stuff like mining, and here's what it is. Yeah, let's just get to the heart of the matter. People see this game and they think all the updates involve the adventure map, and they involve adding blocks, and they involve the creative stuff and all that stuff. What people seem to forget is what the name of the literal game is. This is not craft. This is not adventure craft. This is Minecraft. Okay, this is Minecraft. What is every single update for? Who knows how long? What is every single one of them involved? Crafting and adventure stuff. It's always been that. Now, it's either that or there's some inventive stuff too here and there, which of course I love, but that's not the name of the game. So why is it that every single update is involved in everything but the name of the actual game itself? Now, when I actually got into Minecraft, now I'll admit it, the first thing that turned me on to the game was looking at some of the creative builds. When I was looking at something on YouTube online, I think I was looking through Dig, believe it or not, before Reddit actually was huge in my life. I was on Dig and I saw the build for the gigantic Enterprise build. So I'll admit it, the first thing that turned me on to the game was actually the creative aspect of it. But when I actually found out what the game is and that it involved mining for everything, that is what sold it for me. It wasn't because I could build anything that I wanted. It was, or the fact that I could do mob spawners or different games or anything like that. Although obviously the games are an inventive aspect. Yeah, I do kind of enjoy that, but that is not what originally turned me onto the game. See, I'm a person who loves Flash games. So anybody who's actually saw my what is it? PAX Catch. Or PAX Cash, the stuff that I do where I'm showing some of the games that I've played in the past and how good they are. I got more bricks in here, actually. I just finished cooking them. You guys have seen that one of the biggest things that I show on there, in fact, pretty much the only thing lately, is Flash games. And the current one is actually a newer Flash game, but I love Flash games. Actually, I think it's Unity. It doesn't really matter, but it's the same type of deal to me. But I love Flash games. I love quick web games and stuff like that. And the thing that really turned me onto the game was the mining aspect, because if I ever find a game that has anything to do with mining, that is going to be a game that I'm going to be playing for way too many hours into the night. Everything from Infiniminer to I don't even remember what half the names of these games are. One of the apps that I've played a lot of apps on my phone, and the one that I've actually played the most is a mining game. It's just, it's like Gem Miner or something like that. And I've played that game to death. Just because of the fact that it has mining. I don't know what it is about mining that in games that turns me onto the game so much. I honestly don't get it. It shouldn't make any logical sense as to why I enjoy the mining aspect of the games, but that doesn't matter. I do, and I'm taking these bones and dumping them right back in there again. I know I got them out to bring over there. Completely forgot, need the room. So I'll have to bring those back again at some point. But it really pains me to see that everything in the game that is involved doesn't consider the fact that we can have more. Now, I'm not saying we need more ores. That is one of the biggest things that people always want when they think about more mining in the game. Oh, we could put in cobalt, or we could put in various types of this, that, and the other thing. We could have like silver and where the heck is there a zombie right now? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Really? Get off! Thank you. Just go. So annoying. Well, I'm back here now. I should be within the area of the spawning, so that shouldn't be an issue at the moment. But people always think when they're talking about adding stuff to the game that involves mining, that all that you're going to do is you're going to add more ores. Now, here's what really kills me. One of the things that has been really popular lately, thanks to a certain person on the server that starts with an E and ends with a tho, the difficulty in the game has come to question a lot, and how the game has been dumbed down a lot lately, and stuff like the creepers have been amped and stuff like that. What about the mining? Do you guys know what one of the most dangerous jobs in the world is? Outside of like world's dangerous jobs and all that stuff where you see on a Discovery Channel, like the crab fishing and stuff. There's actually some stuff that's just as dangerous and has been around a lot longer. It's called coal mining, okay? One of the most dangerous jobs in the world is mining, and it has always been, because it is something that's existed for a long, long time. So why is it that, and now here, what really gets me is all the stuff that's dangerous in mining, none of those things are in Minecraft. Seriously. Let's just look at what's actually dangerous in mining, okay? There are basically three major things. I actually had to look it up online just to confirm this, because there's only three major things that really get people to die in mining, outside of just like working their fingers to the bone. By the way, I am literally talking working their fingers to the bone. There's actually people who have done that while mining, if it's not just because they got stuck down there or something like that, but people have been mining for so long, and they've been putting it into such cheap labor for so long. A lot of people have worked that hard. But obviously, we're not going to be doing finger destroying things in Minecraft. That wouldn't make any sense at all. But let's look at the three major things that I've seen that really make the most sense as to what you should see in this game that would make it much more interesting. Let's just put down dirt blocks, I guess, to space this out. I guess that makes the most sense. Actually, do I want to bring it out one more? Yeah. Okay. Okay. The first thing and the most important thing that everyone is going to think about is actually, cave-ins. Do I want to talk about the cave-ins first? Yeah, we'll talk about the cave-ins first. Okay, so there's cave-ins. This is the big one. This is one that still shows up nowadays all the time. Every once in a while, you'll see in news reports these miners got stuck down in a tunnel for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they're like sending down food and rescue parties to try and keep up their spirits and this, that, and the other thing and the yada. Yeah, this is still a real problem nowadays. This is something that is still in modern times, something that's happening to modern miners. It is. By the way, if you really want to start laughing at this whole rant, start listening to the fact that every time I say miners and think about the other way you can define it, because it's actually kind of funny. Just a little side note there, because I've been finding it funny every time I've been saying it. But anyway, that was completely random and free. Okay, but let's just look at how how miners get stuck nowadays. So it's still a modern day problem. I keep forgetting where I put the dirt lately. It's just pathetic. Is that going to be enough? I think it's enough. So this is something that is still a modern day problem. It's something that is still popular in the news, and I'm sure that Notch and Jeb and Dinnerbone and all them, I'm sure they've actually seen these once in a while. And I am it's not going to be enough. It's going to be close enough. I'm very surprised that I haven't seen anything about adding that to the game. Now, I know there are things that do gravity blocks in the game. There's gravel and there's sand. That, by the way, that's it. Even though you could add much more physics to the game, there's only gravel and there's sand. So why wouldn't I consider that to be like a danger in mining? Why wouldn't I just say, okay, well, there you go. We have cave-ins. How often do you get stuck under gravel in this game? Ever? Because I don't get stuck under gravel in this game. It's not an issue. It's a non-issue. You just don't. If you did something very stupid and very wrong, okay? And same thing with sand. You obviously aren't digging under sand all the time. Now, by the way, for all of you who did get stuck under gravel, I know it does happen every once in a while, but I'm saying it's a very rare problem. It's not something that comes up all the time in mining. It's not an actual danger in mining. It's more of a danger when you're building with something. So I would not... There's always got to be one. Let's see if I could get this. Good. All right. So I wouldn't really consider that a danger in mining. I consider that a danger in just building something and just getting stuck doing something stupid. It's just what happens, okay? Oh, come on. Really? Where's that dirt? Now I'm going to have to get back down there and pick this thing up. All right. I guess that'll work. Of course, now I got to jump back up there. Come on. There we go, and there we go. So, okay, well, let's get into how I think that, I guess, let's look at it right now. What is it that makes cave-ins so dangerous? One of the things that makes cave-ins dangerous is the fact that you cannot see them coming. And that's what the thing that gets miners all the time. You need to remember, when you're actually digging down under a mountain to get the coal or the diamond or the something else or whatever it is that they're mining for, that you need to remember that when you're under that mountain, you have a mountain over you. When you're digging underneath millions and millions and tons of rock, there's a chance that millions and millions of tons of rock might come crashing down at some point because you're digging out its foundation. Now, when you're building mine shafts and stuff like that in real life, that's why you see supports. You see supports to hold the freaking roof up, okay? What do supports do in Minecraft? They look pretty. Really? Seriously? That's it. That's their purpose, to look pretty. What if they actually served a purpose? Now, I'm not saying that you need to replace the entire roof of everything with gravel. That would be really strange. What would be interesting is if you actually made it so that there are gravity blocks in the game other than stuff like gravel and sand. What I was thinking would be a good one. This one I thought was interesting. This is one I came up with recently. What if you had a block that looks almost exactly like stone, but it has like a crack in it, but it's a crack that you can barely see. And this stone has every single time that it's dug around has a small chance of turning into a gravity block. And when it does, it has a much larger chance of turning the block on top of it into a gravity block, and so on, and so on, and so on. And suddenly you, man, and suddenly you have a chance of dying to an actual cave-in. This is an actual reason to want to support stuff. Obviously, you could put into the coding, and now we're going to have to go down and get that. You could actually put into the coding a way to make it so that support beams would actually make it so that that didn't happen. I don't see that as being that much of an issue. Or just make it so that you want to dig out those blocks ahead of time. Maybe it will only have a possibility of caving in if let's go ahead and just put something on my bar I can illustrate with. Let's say that the gravity block is going to be that dirt block right there, okay? And you're digging through the... I just probably dropped it. Yes, I did. That's going to sit there because I got lots of brick right now. You were digging through the cave, and this is the block that's actually there. So the way that you actually fix this is support it. If there is a block underneath that block, the chances of it becoming a gravity block and causing a cave-in is zilch. So support beams matter. Not only here, but maybe it's... First of all, you'd be looking for those, obviously. And second, maybe you can put in the code that if there's another block underneath it somewhere nearby that's not made of stone, there is a high likelihood that it's not going to cave in. That's one possibility. I mean, this is a really fresh idea to me. I haven't really fleshed that one out. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the best solution, but it is definitely a solution. It is something different than what we are currently doing, which is very little. Now, let's look at something that I have fleshed out. If you've ever seen anything that I've did before, and I doubt you have because this is from a long time ago, but I actually, I don't know what I'm going to do in these corners. Need a half slab for this. Oh well. Anyways, I'm going to keep doing that, I'm sure. But anyways, let's look at the next danger here. We've done cave-ins. That's an obvious one. The second and the most popular one outside of cave-ins, and this is a little more popular for older times, is actually the origin of the term miner's canary. I'm sure you've all heard of that one before, and you might have seen old pictures of people in mines, and they will have a canary or something like that in there. That canary is not just a pet, okay? There's a reason that there's such thing as a miner's canary. Do you know what that reason is? Gases. Yeah, gases are one of the most devastating things. Oh, man, how did I even place that block? Strange. Anyway, gases are one of the biggest dangers that face miners at all times because when you're digging around pockets of natural gas, you got to think about this. What if you were digging around propane and suddenly your metal pick struck a piece of iron? Suddenly, everything goes whoosh. Now, what do we not have in this game at all? Gases. Seriously, there's none. I'm going to need more of this. Oh, I'm going to need to get more nether brick, too. Dang. Well, we'll use what we got right now. I'll just have to go get some more later or something. Maybe I got some over at Cheryl. In fact, I almost definitely got some over at Cheryl. All right, let's go get that. Now, I actually came up with the gases idea a long time ago. I mean, like, way before I was ever in mindcrack. And actually, one of the first things that I did that was in the public forum to anything, as far as Minecraft goes, was come up with the idea for inserting gases into the game. And I've seen similar ideas to do that before, but I've never really seen it properly fleshed out. Because everyone who wants to add gases wants to add like a little floaty gas, where a little pocket of gas is in the cave, and it could float up to the surface, and it could look all pretty, and it might be flammable, it might not be. No, I want gas. I want propane to show up in Minecraft. Okay, that's obsidian, another brick. I don't really have very much, do I? Well, that's a shame. I pretty much blew it all up. That sucks. Okay, well, again, use what we got. Actually, we'll do the I saw on the forums at one point a way to divide things up into 3 is much easier. That was pretty much the way. That is not going to be enough. Oh, well. You guys will get the general idea of what I'm going for here. I'm probably just going to do the front end of it then, because it's all I can do. Maybe. I don't even think it's going to get me that far. Nope. No, that's not going to be nearly enough netherrack. Or nether brick. Well, I could still do something here. Okay, I might just finish a lot of this off camera. That sucks. Honestly, the slope is not deep enough either now that I think about it. And let's fall again. Okay. Okay, so the idea that I fleshed out is to insert gas into the game in an actual a block form. I'll include the link to my original post in the description because honestly, I don't think it needs to change anytime soon. It's a pretty well thought out plan. I probably should add light up here too because things are going to spawn in a minute. Whatever. How would I increase the grid? You know what I'm going to need? I'm going to need to put another brick here, aren't I? Well, let's just do what I can. I keep saying that. And I'm not doing anything yet. Get some here. There. Okay. And that's the start. Actually, that's the wrong start. That's the start. Okay. Because I still know what I'm going to do in the corners. Okay. So what I'm thinking, and like I said, I've fleshed this out a lot. You guys, if any of you guys who like my post like this, you'll love this one. What I've actually thought of is to actually take a block, just one block in the game, and turn. Well, okay, not one block in the. You know what I mean. Add a block in the game for a gas block. Okay, this block would be like a source block, similar to how a source block works for water, except or lava or something like that, except it's in gas form. That's my best way of describing it. What I see it as being is, okay, and one there. Yeah, that'll do. What I see this as being is very similar to how water and lava work in its initial stage, in that it's basically just a source block that puts out in all directions. Instead of water and lava, except in the terms of this, instead of I'm going to need something else to build up with. And I should probably fill that in before I fall again, because I will. It's hard to talk and think at the same time. I don't know how people do it. Anyway. But what I'm thinking is, do you have this single gas block, and it just shoots out in all directions. Now, how this works is it's going to be, of course, flammable, and it would probably suck out the, or it would probably make it so that you would suffocate when you're inside of it itself. Also, it would emit a sound. The way you would actually find this is not by looking for the gas, because gas is invisible. You're not going to be able to find the gas. You'd have to listen for the gas. And now, think about this. Gas in the game, it would add so much danger, it's ridiculous. Because if you aren't listening carefully, if you don't hear that hissing sound, and I even thought of the sound, it would be really simple. It would just sound like, or something similar like that. That's it. That's all you would have to listen for. You know, really, really, really carefully. Oh, yeah. I think it would have been there. Anyways, how do I describe this without just showing you the forum post? I'm hoping that you guys actually do, because I mean, I would love to see this in the game, but it's never going to happen. But and okay, so so fumbling my words right now. So you have a gas block. The gas block shoots it out in all the directions, and it can suffocate you if you're in it, and of course it's flammable. Now, it would ignite by you placing a torch near it, or if it's near lava or anything like that. So you would not want to light this thing up in the wrong way. How many times you just start going through tunnels and laying torches everywhere? This would actually make you think twice about that torch that you're about to place, because you're down deep enough where you can hear the hissing. And if you don't listen for it, it is quite possible that you're going to go complosion anytime soon. That is interesting. That is dangerous. And that is mining related. That's something that Minecraft could really use, is mine stuff. And the fact that it doesn't have anything like that just bugs the snot out of me. Oh, man, this is not going to be even close to ready. Well, that's okay. We'll just dig out some more stuff down there. That's all we can really do right now. So I guess the next thing I'm going to be doing is going and get a whole lot more netherrack again. You know what? Actually, do I have any over there? In the storage room? No, because I used a lot on Cheryl. I got a lot, and then I used a lot, and it blew up a lot. So, no, I don't have any more. Okay, we're going to need windows, though. Obviously, we're going to have to leave that. Okay. So, this would be an actual danger in the game that actually involves the game. Something you don't see enough of. We're just going to measure out with some torches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll measure out from this side, 2. Some of you were actually complaining that I kept showing you stuff after I finished building it, so you're actually getting to see me build something right now. That's why I'm still doing this and talking at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get to see me derp around at the moment, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, so this is dead center. That's going to be the main doors, I guess. I guess we'll have to do brick half slabs there or something. I don't know what I'm going to do for the floor. That's not important. The important part's going to be what the outside looks like when I'm done. Windows. Let's go here. And that can be right. That is not going to be right, because I need to have it probably here. Yeah, that'll do better. Okay. Got to be lots of windows. Lots and lots and lots of windows to imitate what I'm actually going for here. Anyways, okay, so yeah, I can figure it out from here while I'm talking. Yeah, okay. So the gas block would be an actual danger in mining that involves mining. And that's one of the things that I love the most about that idea. And also, this is something that you could actually turn into a creative thing. A lot of people think that, I don't know exactly how you could do a lot of stuff with it, but one of the things that I think would be the coolest is if you could make like a stove that runs off of this stuff. If you could actually pipe this stuff. And I'm thinking that the best way you could pipe it is by making it so that essentially as long as it's got 4 walls around it. Hello. Hi there, buddy. Yeah, we got to light that up better, don't we? And you indicated you fell from something, so I'm guessing you spawned in the trees. Yeah, I can't light that. At least not easily. It's not worth it, at least. Okay, we're going to have to measure again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Screw it. We'll just figure it out. So it's an actual danger in mining that involves mining, and that's what I love the most. I've said that like 4 or 5 times now. I'm just lost in that thought, evidently. Sorry about that. I will endeavor to do better. There we go. I think you only need them on all but one side, really, to make it look right. Yeah, so the back side isn't going to really need them. I'm going to need a few over there, though. Yeah, that'll work. Now, that's just the 2 dangers. Now, there actually isn't really a third danger to mining that could really be significant outside of, like I said, the working conditions. The working conditions are devastating in mining, and that's one of the things that makes it one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. And I think we're just going to stop there and make this like a countertop or something, but I think that's, well, Honestly, we're not going to be making a countertop anytime soon, so I guess we can just add windows here. That'll work. We'll say that the storeroom is downstairs or something to be odd. I'm going to need more glass, aren't I? We need to figure out how to make that a glass door. What am I doing? There we go. Now, what I would also like to see in the game is to make Minecraft itself more dangerous by ways of using the Minecraft elements to your advantage. Now, like I said, everyone who wants to make Minecraft more dangerous and make it more interesting, they're all looking at the mobs and looking at those types of dangers. There's more to Minecraft than the mobs. I mean, I die less to stuff like creepers and to skeletons when I'm just messing around in the game. Yeah, oh well. Than I do to something like burning to death or falling to death. So let's look at those elements. The thing that I think that you could easily make more dangerous is the burning. Let's just look at that really quick for a second here. What I find really interesting in the game is that you have something. Look at the bottom of the map. Okay, look at what he uses to actually finish off every single board. He uses bedrock to like close everything off, right? What I've always wondered is why not use lava? Except I think that you can make lava a lot more interesting, and bear with me on this one. I'm thinking that bedrock lava itself, just have the entire bottom layer, instead of having a void down there, just have it be pure bedrock lava. And when I say bedrock lava, you're going to find out what I mean by that in a second. This one is just going to make all you guys say, no, 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 no. But just bear with me. Obviously, I have thought this through, and it is a plausible theory. I think bedrock lava should expand. If you actually are digging down, let's just go. I want to be at some place where I can example this a little bit better. If you are actually digging down for diamond, per se, okay, and you're digging down you're going really deep in there, and you are digging through the earth, and you go down and you see bedrock. It's like, oh, well, I guess I'm done. Time to go back up again. What if you actually are at the bottom of the map, there's an actual danger to being down there of digging too deep? What if the bottom of the map is actually composed of lava that flows upwards? Now, don't get me wrong. This is realistic. This is how it would really be like if you were digging around in Minecraft in real life, okay? You can't just dig through the earth the way that we do it. If you get down to the point where you're finding lava everywhere, there's these things called, like, fountains and volcanoes and things that are going to burst out through the earth and cause everything to go crazy. Because you just put a hole in a pocket of freaking lava. Do you know how much of the earth is lava? Like, most of it? So if you poke a hole in it, it's going to just start shooting out like a balloon. Now, when I say that, I don't want it to be like that in the game. I don't want you to poke down into the bottom of the map and suddenly the entire everything around you, including you, is inside a volcano. And you're dead, all your stuff is gone, and everything is just crappy. No, that's not what I mean. What I do mean is if any of you have seen old Minecraft actually had lava that did expand. It only expanded in outwards, like what they actually used for expanding lava back in the day is when you placed a source block, it would then expand to all the blocks around it, and then they would expand to all the blocks around it, like so, and so on, and so on, and so on, and it would fill up the entire map with lava. It was a serious issue, and it was kind of a poorly developed use of physics right there. But that's not exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to make it worse than that. I'm saying that if you dug down to lava at the base, or at bedrock, it not only does the outwards thing. By the way, it does it very slowly. It's not something that's just going to start shooting out at you like crazy. It would flow about the speed of lava does right now. But it would also flow upwards. That's right. This thing will fill up the cave. Yeah. If you just open that up, you just created a miniature volcano, a miniature pocket to dig down in there. But when I'm saying miniature volcano, I mean like one that's going to start shooting out of the earth at 50 feet into the air, or 50 blocks, as the case may be. But just a really slow moving one. Now, what I think would make this interesting is if it gets hit by something like, say, the sun or the moon's light, it just stops and becomes regular lava again. And everything next to it, like when it touches the sunlight, not only does it turn into a regular lava block again, but every single block that it touches next to it becomes a regular block again. And all the way back down to the base until it gets to the original source block, okay? That, I think, would be really, really interesting. Because then, first of all, when I say a regular source block, I mean a regular lava block. I don't mean a regular lava block like the source blocks I got, or that they put in here. Not that block, but like these blocks down here, non-source blocks of lava. So it would eventually, very, very slowly dissipate, just like lava in real life. It would flow up, it would stick around for a while, and then it would slowly flow back down. Now, this means when you are digging down way deep in the earth, trying to find out where the diamonds are. First of all, most people already don't even go down that deep. But second of all, you would never want to anymore, because there is a chance that you might dig too deep. And if you do, you might destroy your hardcore world, because this is something that it would only happen in a hardcore world. And also, the thing that I find most interesting about this is that it takes away the void. There's no void. Why do you need a void in Minecraft? There is no need for there to be nothing under there. The something under there can just be more. It can be just like our world in real life. We can be on top of a crust of lava. It's that simple. So my problem is that all these ideas and everything that I've said are never going to happen. And because every single update is always involved something that involves the creative, something that involves the adventure, something that involves something that I'm not really all that worried about, unfortunately. Oh, you know what? I still have to do the, I need to get some wool here. I don't even know if I got enough of this color. Okay, but yeah, and it actually kind of disturbs me that this is the way that it works in the game. That everything is involved for creative and adventure and stuff like that, but nothing is done with the mining. It really does bug me. Actually, let me get a little bit of white too. I can make it look really interesting that way. Although I might go with iron blocks. This is good enough for right now. All right. Well, that's basically it for right now. I've basically said my piece, and I probably just hit my mic and disturbed you guys, but what are you going to do? This is definitely going to need more work. I'm going to have to take this roof. I have to bring it down lower. So the sign, let's see, we're going to need this. The actual sign is going to have to be around, I'm going to say here. So we're going to go ahead and just put a base on it, because it would just look funny without one. I'm going to put, I can do that right now. I'm just going to put half slabs there too, just to expand out the look a little bit. Just get a few of these. There we go. Guess we're going to have to add light to this too, because now we got regular stuff here. Things can spawn on that. You know what I could do, actually? How many? I got 6. I'm going to need 8, so I'm going to need a few more. What we could do, though, is we could make the base. Yeah, great. Anyways, make the base like this. Put the half slabs here, so nothing can spawn on them. Yeah, we're gonna need 2 more. Fortunately, we're gonna have 6 more. Whatever. So yeah, that's my ideas for the game. That's what I would like to see, and I wish that they would work on stuff like that. I wish that they would work on making the actual game more difficult in ways that would reflect the game a lot better. Someday. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this a little bit, and I might, I don't know, maybe I should just finish it while on camera. It might make more sense. So let's see if you guys have figured out what I'm doing yet. I'm betting very few of you have. I was thinking about this, and I was trying to decide what it is that I could make the food court look like. Yeah, we're going to need to go like this. And I'm definitely going to need to eat something, I guess. There we go. Oh, need more. Okay, so what I was thinking is that the food court could reflect the one person on the server who is reflective of food. Yep. This is going to be MC Gamer's food court. That's my theory. That's what I'm going to go with. So this is going to be Big Gamer's restaurant. And I just need to finish this up. So not only are you guys getting a good rant, you're getting a... I mean, it's not exactly a prank because I'm doing it on my own lawn, so to speak. But it's pretty close, you know? This is about as close to a prank as you can get without actually pranking somebody. So we're just going to finish this up. Actually, I think this might look better. Good thing I'm wearing the right stuff. Let's get, you know what? This will actually be easier to just go like this. Put that there. Yeah, that'll work. A little more. Need some more. Gonna break that one out. We're gonna put the sign right there, of course. We'll just put one there and then we'll take it out. This is obviously not going to be as big as Guude's because it really doesn't need to be. But it's still going to look pretty good. And honestly, I'm not doing this for the shock value of that. This is not an actual prank. It's just a building. Hold on a second. Guys. Okay. Just a little bit more, and I think we are going to be done with this. I gotta decide what I'm gonna actually put on the sign too. I haven't decided that part yet. There we go. Same size there. Do we want to just keep it like that? Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep it like that. All right, so we need to go down a few blocks now. And I don't have any signs on me, do I? Nope. Let's go make a few. I probably got like a ton of them inside a chest in there, too. Oh, well. Okay, do I have any stick? No sticks either. Wow, I got nothing, do I? There we go. Oh, wait, it just makes 3, I forget. New stuff. All right. Just go back up again. This is just such a weird way of getting up. But when you're on top of half slabs, this is basically your only way of getting up. So what are we going to call this? Or what are we going to put here? I think we could just simply put McGamer's food court. Or no. We gotta do this better. Fast-ish food. There we go. And we now have our food court. I'm gonna have to add some light on that though, and probably remove all those blocks that are up there for no particular reason. So let's just go ahead and remove that. And now that VB is gone, I can actually go ahead and sleep here. So, but we're still going to add a torch or two to prevent spawning. Let's see if I can get this one. Come on. Perfect. Okay. That's all that I need. going down. Don't glitch out on me. Thank you. Need that block. Need those blocks. All we need is that last brick half slab right there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and sleep and just sit back and take a look at this as it currently stands. Obviously, the roof's going to have to be a little bit longer. I wanted to get less of a slope on it too, but unfortunately there's no such thing as half brick half slabs. Or half brick slabs. Whatever. You know what I mean. So let's take a look at our progress. And that's why I didn't want to put anything on the back here. Every time they have a McDonald's, obviously there's a place that people actually work. And that is still against the wall, so you don't actually see that from the outside. They don't have windows on that spot. So, yeah, we're going to have to work on that M a little bit. But outside of that, I think we're in business. So say hello to your new food court, guys. You guys have a good one.